Cash Flow Show. Every day I'm live and I let you know there's a better way to get that cash, not chasing clicks that disappear so fast. You gave your time to the algorithm, but the rules keep changing. You can't win them. You need a lane that you own for real, so your knowledge turns into a deal. On the Cash Flow Path, yeah, we're breaking free from the rented reach and the mystery. Build your own space where your people stay. Private community that pays your way. On the Cash Flow Path, watch your value grow. Turn your wisdom into profit flow. Every daily live, I'm laying it out straight. Over 40 creators, it's never too late. YouTube views, they rise then fall. Ads and brands, they can ghost your call. But when you own the room where you teach, your best buyers are within your reach. No hype talk, just a simple plan. Step by step, yeah, we walk it hand in hand. Our public feeds where you're just a guest, to your own platform where you're truly blessed. On the Cash Flow Path, yeah, we're breaking free from the rented reach and the mystery. Build your own space where your people stay. Private community that pays your way. On the Cash Flow Path, watch your value grow. Turn your wisdom into profit flow. Every daily live, I'm laying it out straight. Over 40 experts, it's never too late. No more waiting on a viral break. No more hoping that the sponsors pay. You got knowledge they can't replace. Time to move into your own safe place. Techniques simple, I clear the noise. Show you tools that fit real lives and joys. You bring the fire, I bring the frame. We build a home around your name. On the Cash Flow Path, yeah, we're breaking free from the rented reach and the mystery. Build your own space where your people stay. Private community that pays your way. On the Cash Flow Path, watch your value grow. Turn your wisdom into profit flow. Every daily live, I'm laying it out straight. Over 40 creators, it's never too late. It's the Cash Flow Path, come and take your turn on your income from the way you learn. Day by day on the live stream screen, we cash in on the value you've always been.
Okay, perfect timing. Welcome.
Boot up the
Welcome
stream,
to
it's
our
the Cash Flow
Monday
Show.
edition of the Cash Flow Path. And if you are new to our stream, I want you to go ahead and put in there where you are tuning in from. And if you want to ask questions, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go right here, and this is how you would ask a question. You would put in Q, colon, and then your question, and then it just keeps everything all organized. So we're going to talk about why creators are broke. Maybe you are 40 plus and you are creating content on this or some other platform, and you're like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way than making videos and being discouraged and frustrated by your views. I was talking to somebody in my community. By the way, if you want to check out my community, it's free for the first 7 days. And you can do that with the link in my bio. But I was talking to somebody in my community on one of our premium calls on Saturday. And you could tell by the frustration in her voice. She's like, I don't know what to do. I've been doing this for 3 years and I can't get any views and I can't get any subscribers. And her real thing is she wants to get some brand deals that align with the type of content that she's creating. But YouTube is not making it easier. They're making it harder every single day for you to monetize on this platform. And if you don't understand, all you have to do is look at their latest announcement that they made last Monday. So a week ago Monday, they made this announcement, and it was simply, we're going to make it harder for you. Now, they didn't position it this way, but basically they announced, we're going to make it harder for you to get monetized. That's right. They're going to make it harder. So while they're telling you this is a great way that you can monetize your content and you can create income, and eventually maybe you'll even be able to do this full time, they're taking the exact opposite actions when it comes to small creators. Because what they did is they raised the limits. So right now it takes approximately 4,000 watch hours, right? And at least 1,000 subscribers. So you have to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. Now, I don't get tons of views, which makes me typical of other people, but I've got almost 1,700 subscribers and I'm still only at 100 and something watch hours. So I won't hit that ever. And within the next 6 months, actually less than 6 months now, within the next 5.5 months or so, they're raising that from 4,000 hours to 8,000 hours. And the only other way that you can get monetized if you've got 1,000 followers and you need to get to 8,000 will be if you have 20 million views in shorts in a 90-day period. And you have 365 days before you have to, under which you can be, you can have your watch hours. So, but the bottom line is this is a terrible way to make money. Terrible. I did a video recently where I talked about the fact that I spend about 120 hours a month, right, making content and going live. Primarily, I spend my time going live because I go live for, a half hour or so every day, or almost every day. And based on the amount of views that I got in the last 30 days, I was making 48 cents an hour. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? But there are so many people that are doing that. They're out here trying to monetize their content, and the way that they're focusing on it is YouTube, right? They're asking YouTube to pay them rather than understanding that the very best way that you can do this is understand that this is what you're not getting. If you've got nothing for people to buy, a solution to a problem, then you're dead in the water. You're absolutely dead in the water because there's no way that you're going to hit those thresholds, especially if you're brand new. Now, if you have a large channel, you might have a chance at hitting those thresholds. But in order for you to even make $300 a month, which is, it's a nice little side chunk of change, but it's not going to change your world. But in order to hit $300 a month in income, you would have to average 600,000 views a month. Are you going to do that? Probably not. But if you have something to sell somebody, then that's a different story. And the way that you do that is you understand that, where is what I'm looking for here? You understand this, that problem solving equals value, value equals money, point A to point B. If you understand that, you're solid, right? Because then you understand the game is not, and if you're watching on vertical, unfortunately, you're not getting most of these slides. But if you understand that the game is find a problem I am qualified to solve and solve it. Now, the way that you do this best is you understand that, sorry about that, you understand that this is what you're looking for. The characteristics of a great business model. Number one, it's unique. And I borrowed this from Alex Hormozi. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to tell you I thought of this. But a great business model is, number one, it's unique. And that's what makes what I teach so relevant, because I teach you to take your existing knowledge and turn that into content. Not what you think is going to be trending or fashionable. Your existing knowledge. And the way that you do that is you figure out, okay, what profession have I been in the past? What problem have I solved for myself in the past? And what passions or hobbies do I take part in? And then you figure out which of those you are best at, you have proof you're good at, and that you want to teach other people. And then that's all you need. You don't need a TED Talk. You don't need millions of followers. You don't need bestsellers. You just need proof. That's all you need. And this brings me to a friend of mine that I was telling you about. Not only was she frustrated, but I think we discovered something for her over the weekend. She's in a very crowded space when it comes to content. There are some major players who aren't exactly like her, but they are major players. And so they have a lot more ammunition to throw at people than she does, because she is a smaller creator. So we hit on something this weekend where she was telling me some people that she's worked with in the past. And she said, I worked with this ethnicity and this ethnicity, and I got them really good results. And I said, oh, okay. And then she said, this one woman I talked to said, oh my God, get out of my head. How do you know that about me? And I said, that is signal. That is, and there's a big difference between noise and signal. Views and followers are noise. They don't mean anything. They don't correlate to income. But signal is, oh my God, get out of my head. How did you know that was my problem? And I just came up with my idea for today for my video, signal versus noise. There we go. I'm going to write that down so I can do that. But there's a big difference between signal and noise. Followers, views, watch time, comments, engagement, all of that is noise. It doesn't mean anything. But signal is, oh my God, get out of my head. So what I told her to do is, based on the fact that her teaching and her content relates so well to that specific two ethnicities. She says Latino women and Indian women, as in Eastern Indian women. And she said, I understand their culture. I understand the shame around things in their culture. And I said, then that's who you ought to be talking to. I said, instead of trying to talk to all women, just talk to these women. And I did a video yesterday that talked about why you want to narrow your focus on, you narrow what you talk about and you narrow who you talk to. And if you do that, then you become a category of one. You lose all competition with anyone else the smaller you go. Alex has always said this, and if you don't know who Alex Hormozi is, he is the founder of Acquisition.com and many other businesses. And Acquisition.com is a portfolio of companies. And one of the companies that's part of what he does is called Skool. And if you don't know what Skool is, let me show you real quick. And then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for the day, because I try to keep these relatively short. So this is what Skool is. And Skool gives you the ability to have a place you own, because you own nothing about social media. But Skool gives you the ability to have a community where you communicate with people. It gives you the ability to have a classroom, which you cannot have on YouTube or Facebook or many other places very successfully. It also gives you the ability to have a calendar of events. Like tomorrow, I have my welcome for all my members, and then on Saturdays I have workshops for my premium members where we get into the weeds on stuff. But and then you have leaderboards and you have maps, right? And then you have this page that tells people, okay, this is what's inside of this community. All of that is superior to trying to monetize YouTube views. It's all superior to that. And if you want to check that out, you can just go to the link here in my bio on YouTube. It is school.com cashflowcircle/about. And that will take you to that page. But I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here for now. I don't see any questions. I don't see any comments to address. So you guys have yourself a great afternoon, and we'll see you on the inside of the cash flow path.